to another edition of the K and P Show. It's your boy Pat.
And it's your girl Kee.
And today we have here Mr. Jaquarius Howard.
Hello everybody, my name is Jaquarius Howard. I am a senior biology pre-medicine major from Waynesboro, Mississippi, and I serve as the 64th Student Government Association president.
So I know your inauguration just passed. So can you tell us more about that?
Okay, so the annual inauguration ceremony is for the Ncaa president and his cabinet. That includes the first and second vice, the business manager, the secretary, and all of the class presidents. And it's just the official ceremony where you're sworn into office. So when you're elected back in April, you officially have your title, but until you're sworn in, you have to put elect behind it. So before my inauguration, I was considered the 64th Student Government Association president-elect, but now that I'm officially sworn in, that's officially my title.
So before you were sworn in, could you make things happen, or did you have to get that title first? Did you have to have the inauguration in order to make certain changes?
The main reason that they do the inauguration a semester after you're elected is because the Ncaa president previously has to graduate. Mm-hmm. But after they graduate, you are in that seat, so you can make stuff happen. It's just about the way that you sign your documentation and when you present yourself, how you say it.
Okay. So what excites you most about this position?
I think the thing that excites me most is being able to serve the students. I think that one of my true passions and callings is being able to serve people, to be able to amplify people's voices, who may feel like they're unheard. And that's one of my main passions about serving as the Ncaa president, being able to stand up for people.
And I feel like that's an important thing, because I feel like it's such a divide with the students and then the staff, and then it's like the SGA, and it's like, because it's like first the students go to clash, and then it's like SGA, it just need to be one, and then they gotta talk to the upper people, and it's like it's so much. So it's like, I know it takes a lot of work, and looking in, outside looking in, it's just like people probably think oh, they're not doing anything, and it's like, no, it's not like that.
It's definitely a lot of work.
So what are some of the things that you feel what's your leadership style?
I like to be a hands-on leader. You have some people that just tell people what to do, like you do this, you do that, and I do allow everybody to serve their rightful positions. Like my first vice president, she's over safety and food. My second vice president, he's over events. So I let people do what they do, but at the same time, I like to make sure that I'm aware of everything. I'm not just going to tell you to do this, tell you to do that, and not check up on you and make sure
out
it's
of the
getting
loop.
done. Exactly.
So what do you believe are the most important qualities and skills as being the Ncaa president?
I think the most important quality and skill, and the most important thing to remember, is what you were elected to do. I think a lot of people get in leadership positions and they lose sight of who they were elected to serve. So if I'm elected to serve the students should always be in my mind. When I'm thinking about what I should do, how I should move, I need to think about the students first. Of course I want to make sure the administration is on my side. Of course, I might not want to upset my advisor, but at the end of the day, I have to remember that the students are my main duty.
So how do you balance everything out? Because I know okay, I don't have a high position, so it's like I'm just a college student right now. I'm just a college student, but it's still I do have some days where I'm stressed out and there's so much on my plate. So it's like thinking about the position you have, how do you manage everything? How do you manage your social life with your school, and then you got this position, you got to worry about the student body.
Right.
So it's a lot on you. How do you balance everything out?
I think one of the most important things to remember is a little bit of stress is always good. You can't prevent all of it, but I do try to. Time management is really, really important. So when I go about my week, I always plan it out. I have a planner that I keep on me at all times, so I write all my meetings down for the week, all of my classes and all of my assignments. And after I do that, I'll go by and plan each day. So I'll be like, on Monday, I'm going to work on this paper from 9 o'clock to 10:30. And then at 10:30, I'll go do some office hours in the Ncaa office for a little while. and then I plan all of that out up until 5 o'clock because the university closes at 5. So at 5 o'clock, my duties as SGA president are generally done unless I have a meeting or an event. So, and I think that's just how I keep everything together with my school life and my social life, knowing when, you know, I need to cut everything off and enjoy my time.
So what are some of the things, you know, to like, just like relax, release some stress?
Like how do you cope with, like, you know, stress level?
My stress level is pretty good. I don't get stressed too easily because
I know if I held this position, I'd be stressed out.
I'm like, okay, I need to take my little nap in. Then I gotta go to class. Okay, I gotta do my assignment. So
speaking of naps, I try to get me a nap every single day because it is tiring. Like you said, I have to get up early a lot of the times to start my day. And if I don't get me a nap in between there somewhere, I know I shut down. So I try to get me a nap. You know, I take a walk here and there, and I always try to make sure I spend some time with my friends as well because they keep me going, they keep me laughing, and it's just what keeps me going every day.
Yeah. So, like, what are some of the challenges? Have you faced any challenges, like, so far?
Not anything specifically. I just think that one of my biggest goals right now is just to push what I ran on, and that was amplifying students' voices. So by the time that I'm done with everything, I want to make sure that the students feel like they have been heard and they will continue to be heard. And that's just one of the main focuses I have right now.
So what are some pros and cons of being like the SGA president?
One good pro is I get a private suite. So
must be nice.
Yeah, so I set it up. I got my bedroom on one side, I got an office on the other side, and I also get an office in the student union.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I get a clothing stipend. I'm not gonna say it's so much.
Dabble in those.
Yeah, the office is nice. It's a pretty nice size office. A clothing stipend. I'm not gonna say it's enough to cover clothes, but we use that for our game day activities. If I need to go to a meeting and I need a suit, that's what the stipend is for. I really can't think of any cons to being in this position unless like you're not good with time management, teamwork, public speaking, all of that. But I really can't think of any just terrible cons, you know, because most of the things are stuff that people can work on and to better themselves.
So like as far as, you know, the student body goes, like do you have any goals that you have put forth?
One of my main goals right now is, like I said earlier, just to make sure that students feel like their voices have been amplified. They feel like, you know, they've been heard. Because I think that there's been like a gap between the students and the administration for quite a few years now. And a lot of time decisions are made and things are changed without the students being acknowledged or taken into consideration.
And not to cut you off, but like even with that, it's like, even with that, it's like if you listen to the students, like not saying everything we want have to be like put forth and changed, but it's like certain stuff, it's like y'all want the support from the students, like y'all want our money, y'all want our support, like we pay y'all, like we pay y'all. So it's like y'all need to really listen and not just make some changes based on what y'all want to do.
Exactly.
So I think that's good too. Well, is there any advice that you would like give people that want to run for your position in the future?
I think it's just important to remember, like I said a little bit earlier, what you were elected to do and who you were elected to serve. Because at the end of the day, you can't please everybody. But if you're going to try to fight to please somebody, it needs to be your students because that's who you represent. And the students put their faith in you to serve them. You're not appointed by the administration. You're not appointed by the faculty. You're voted in by the students. So that at the end of the day, in your mind, this should always be your first priority to make sure that I'm serving the students to the best of my ability. Even if you upset somebody.
Any better than what you said. We would like to thank
Mr. Jaquarius Howard
for
coming and talking to us. And catch us next time on another edition of the
Of the
K&P
K&P
Show. See ya.